But we begin in Colorado, where one of the people who helped stop the deadly rampage at an LGBTQ plus nightclub last weekend is sharing his story of courage. Police say Richard Fierro saved lives when the U.S. Army veteran tackled and pinned down the alleged gunman. 5 people were killed at Club Q on Saturday. They've been identified as Kelly Loving, Daniel Aston, Derek Rump, Ashley Paw, and Raymond Green Vance. The suspect, Anderson Lee Aldridge, is still in the hospital, arrested on 5 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of bias-motivated crime. Danya Bacchus is in Colorado Springs with more on how the shooter was stopped. Danya, it's quite a story. Good morning.
It is quite a story. Good morning to you, Elaine. Richard Fierro says his military instincts kicked in and he was focused on eliminating the threat. Though he is being held a hero, he says he wishes he could have done more to protect the 5 people who were killed, including his daughter's boyfriend.
I'm not a hero, I'm just some dude.
Richard Fierro didn't think twice about stopping the gunman who opened fire in the middle of a Colorado Springs nightclub Saturday night.
I hit him with the gun, his gun, not mine. I grabbed it and I hit him with it. I kept hitting with it.
The U.S. Army veteran who was at the club with his wife, daughter, and her boyfriend, Raymond Green Vance, says he wanted to save his family.
That family was, at that time, everybody in that room.
Vance, along with Ashley Paw, Kelly Loving, and bartenders Derek Rump and Daniel Aston were killed.
My daughter got to spend her last day with him, happy.
5 crosses have been placed here at the growing memorial outside of Club Q. The city's mayor says he wants his community to not be defined by the tragedy, but by the response.
Too often, society loses track of the victims of these sad and tragic events. We strive to give the victims the dignity and respect that they deserve.
Tributes continued Monday in Colorado Springs and other cities. The Denver City and County building was lit up in pride colors overnight, while vigils were held in North Carolina and Washington, D.C.
Love one another. Be your true, authentic self.
Police are still determining the motive of the suspect, 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldridge, who remains hospitalized. He faces 5 counts of first-degree murder and 5 counts of committing a bias-motivated crime. Aldridge has not been formally charged yet. Fierro says he plans to see the suspect in court so he can know who got him. Elaine?
Well, Danya, what have you learned about who the victims were?
You know, I think at this part is when it really starts to sink in just who was lost and the victims. We've learned about Daniel Aston, who had just moved to Colorado Springs 2 years ago from Tulsa. He was a self-proclaimed master of silly business, a bartender and entertainer at the club. Then there was Derek Rump, who was remembered by family and friends as a kind person with a heart of gold. He was a bartender there. Kelly Loving was described as loving, caring, and sweet. She had just moved to Denver and apparently was visiting the club while on a weekend trip to Colorado Springs. Ashley Paw, 35 years old, was a mother and a wife. She also volunteered with an organization that helped children in foster care. And then there was Raymond Green Vance, who I mentioned in the story. He was here with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's father was one of those good Samaritans who stopped the attack. His family described him as kind, selfless, and had a promising future. So Elaine, of course, you know, we do these stories, we know the numbers of people killed, and then I think the magnitude of the loss definitely starts to kick in once you learn more about who those victims were.
Absolutely. We're just beginning to hear their stories, Danya. Thank you so much.